Hey guys, it's Sydney. So it has been a hot minute since I've actually uploaded a video because I didn't feel like it anymore. And I have gotten into makeup, so I'm going to film makeup now. Since this is my first makeup video, I figured it would be a good idea to film a everyday makeup tutorial. All of the products I'm using today are going to be super affordable, so it could be like a back to school makeup video even though it's October. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Alright, so I already did my face. I used the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Perfector in Ivory to Fair. As you can see, it's actually not that light, even though it's the lightest shade that they have. I usually use it when I'm a little bit tan because I don't usually actually wear foundation or concealer most of the time unless I have like pimples or something. And now we can get moving onto the eyes. So I'm going to be priming my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. This is the only thing that is a little bit more expensive. This is the only eyeshadow primer I have. I actually don't think this is the actual eyeshadow primer. I feel like this is a knockoff or something because it's got the little squeezy thing. I don't know if they actually make ones with the squeezy thing instead of the little applicator. I got this for Christmas last year, so I mean it works, so, and I don't have any irritation or anything, so that's just what I use. And don't come for me for using my fingers. I wash my hands, it's clean. I don't have eye infections. I only use this on myself, so. So while that is setting, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to be using a NYX eyebrow brush with a little spoolie at the end. And the eyebrow primer I'm using today is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Pro Kit. It's really old. There's not even a label on it anymore because I've been using it a lot. But there's still a little bit of a shine to it, so that's why I can read it. And the shade is light to medium. So it comes with a gel and a powder. As you can see, I only use the powder because I've hit pan quite a bit. And because the front of my eyebrows are already pretty dense and dark, I just fill in the tails where it's a little bit more sparse. So now to set my eyebrows, I'm going to use the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. I find this works for me. It does come out a little bit milky, but once it dries, it like really holds it in place all day. And if you don't like the super crunchy eyebrow sort of feel, this probably wouldn't be the thing for you. I just like it to stay right in place because I have very long eyebrow hairs and it can turn into a bush if I don't set it. So now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to set my eyeshadow primer with some Coty Airspun powder. And the brush I use is just a little Real Techniques setting brush. It's just small. I use it for my under eyes a lot. Alright, now for the actual eyeshadow. Alright, so I'm going to start out by using the color Matte, and this is by Morphe. It's just a very cool toned brown color that you can use with literally everything. Alright, so I'm going to be starting out using my Morphe blending brush. I don't know what it's called because I got it in a kit and it doesn't have the numbers on it. I'm just going to dip it in there, get it pretty coated, and then start blending in the crease. And I have very hooded eyelids, so I have to blend pretty high up and I have to raise my eyebrows really high or else my crease will come back. So I just drag that across the top of my eyelid and then also a little bit in the outer corner. And then I'll grab a little bit more and just kind of blend it across the rest of my eyelid here. Just so everything looks pretty even. Alright, so next I'm going to be using Creme Brulee, and this is also by Morphe. I'm going to use this pretty much the same brush just because it's a darker color and everything's going to blend. This one I'm going to focus a little bit more into the exact crease. Make sure it's blended out real nice. And then bring a little bit more into the outer corner. I'm going to flick it out a little bit with the excess on the brush just to make it a little bit more of a point rather than a circle. And then same to the other eye. So now I'm going to be taking the same color with a little pointed pencil brush. This is also by Morphe, also doesn't have a number on it, so I apologize. I'm going to be taking a little bit of that and putting it right along the lash line, just so it has the illusion that you have thicker eyelashes without using eyeliner. So now for the lower lash line, I'm going to be taking the color Matte again with a little shader brush and just run it along the bottom. And lastly, for the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the color Hear Me Out, and this is by ColourPop. It's just a very light cream color. And that's gonna go right underneath my eyebrow, so it makes everything look a little more seamless, and any mistakes I made on blending will look a little more soft. Now that we're done with the eyeshadow, it's time to do the eyelashes. I'm going to curl my eyelashes with a little Revlon curler. I have very straight eyelashes, so I have to apply mascara right after I finish curling them because they will fall right back down, which is not what we want here. So for mascara, I'm going to be using the Voluminous Lash Paradise. This is very good for holding a curl, and it's very black, makes your eyelashes look a little thicker. As you probably heard from millions of other people, that it is awesome. So that is it for the eyes. As you can see, it's very natural and neutral, very everyday look. Alright, so now that we are done with the eyes, it's time to move on to the face. As you can see, I have a little pimple down here, and I'm just going to cover that up with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And this color is in Fair. And then set it with a little bit of the Airspun powder. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Butter Bronzer by Physician Formula, and this is the lighter color. I'm just taking a Morphe bronzer brush and putting that into the hollows of my cheeks and a little bit higher just to warm up the skin a bit. So for blush, I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. You've probably heard of it before. And this is just a Morphe setting brush, but I like to use a bigger brush for my blush because I have quite big cheeks. So for highlight, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter, and this is in Lunch Money. Since it's more of a cream formula, I feel like it's best applied with fingers or a wet brush. Since I don't want to go wet my brush, I'm going to just be using my finger here. I'm just going to take this pointed pencil brush and dip it in a little bit, put that in the corners of my eyes. I need affordable lips. I don't have any affordable lips. So for lips, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this is in Speed Dial. I like this lipstick because it does not transfer, it's very matte, and it's very comfortable to wear. It doesn't dry you out too much unless you wear it for like 12 hours, then like you're gonna feel a little crusty. But yeah, so this is it for the tutorial today. As you can see, it's very natural, very glowy with a little bit of matte lip. Just kind of like brings it out a little bit, makes it a little bit more glam. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Very matte, very... So for lips, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Super Matte. I like these lipsticks because I should not talk while putting on lipstick. It's not